Welcome to Adam Does Movies Live. The stream will start shortly, but since I have you early, it's time to do some marketing. You know, as many of you know, people come up to me all the time on the streets and say, Sir, Adam, where can I find some great t-shirts of some of your classic catchphrases? Like in your infinite wisdom or strong female leads. And for these catchphrases to be on a t-shirt, quite frankly, it's about time. Well, I have good news for you, chat. I have that merch store and I have those shirts. And since I know you appreciate all the free content I provide every week, reviewing absolute trash like Ice Cube's War of the Worlds for your amusement, maybe give a little back by heading on over to patreon.com/AdamDoesMovies or become a member on YouTube via that join membership button. I don't know, they change it all the time, but the perks stay the same. Every month, depending on your tier level of support, you get different perks. Movie review exclusives up to 3 a month. Vlogs monthly. On top of the monthly new exclusives, if you're even at the $1 tier, you get access. You unlock the vault that contains over 300 videos from my past that are private. These are great videos. They're really freaking funny, and I would put them on this channel if they weren't so different and out there from the content I do now. It confuses people when you have like The Cringe and some of these other satirical shows I used to do show up. All right, I'm done with the sales pitch. Hope you love the crap out of the live stream, and I'll see you really soon. Like 3 seconds really soon. Take care. Welcome, friends, to another live stream. Well, what day is it today? Wednesday. I get it confused because I used to do these on Tuesday nights. My son is actually gone all week. He's up at some camp retreat thing. So I could have done Tuesday, but I needed time to prepare mentally and get ahead of the game, which almost never happens. Couple pieces of news to go over in the movie realm, in the movie space. I posted my Alien Earth episode 6 recap. It just went up like an hour ago. So there's no excuse for not have watching it already. You should have watched by now. Other thing, people have been coming to me, as you know, with tears in their eyes saying, Sir, Adam, why do you not have merch? I have merch. I don't know why it's hard for people to just type in Adam Does Movies merch. You'll see the store. It has catchphrases like infinite wisdom. There is a Halloween-themed Adam Does Movies logo. There's shit there. There's stuff there. That's just for those that don't know. You can find it. I could have made like a little bumper with it, but who has time for that? Anyway, other news, I'm going to 2 movies tomorrow. This is going to be a kind of an embarrassing thing to admit, but I have never seen, oh, I forgot the name now. What am I going to tomorrow? I'm going to The Long Walk, which I'm incredibly excited for, and I'm going to Spinal Tap 2. I have never seen Spinal Tap. I've never seen the original Spinal Tap, and I've seen almost all of his other movies. I've seen A Mighty Wind, Waiting for Guffman, Best in Show, my personal favorite of his run. I think he did a couple after, but I jumped off. There was one with, I think, Lindsay Lohan, unless it's not his movie. I sometimes say it is, and I don't think it is. But I haven't seen anything post A Mighty Wind, but I have not seen This is Spinal Tap, which I know is kind of a scarlet letter. So I'm actually going to watch that tomorrow before I go to see the sequel. Anyway, another thing to note. Last week we had another little drive on the show for hitting a milestone of super chats so that I would make a parody trailer for the AMC ad with Nicole Kidman. God, I go back and forth on the glasses, on or off. It's just kind of a thing. And we hit the mark thanks to a final shot out of a cannon super chat from Bubba, the moderator. Shout out to Bubba as always. I owe him a steak dinner or something at this point. And so I did the ad. I posted on YouTube. And I also did a comparison short on my Instagram and TikTok and YouTube Shorts where I showed the original on the bottom and the new one on the top. 2 takeaways from this video. Number one, it totally justifies kind of like the sad reality that is the internet and YouTube in general, that I had to like pivot from doing a bunch of fun shit that I like to do to just focus on one type of content here, which is this sort of a presentation and doing the reviews and the, you know, everything kind of looks the same. So that's the bitter part, because the numbers on that short are abysmally bad. Just terrible numbers, getting no traction on any of the social media platforms. The sweet part about it is it was really fun for me to make. I was pretty happy with it turned out, considering I like shot it in a very short amount of time, like a half hour to get it out the door. And there was a lot of great comments from people that know me and the channel on YouTube and on Instagram, and TikTok didn't push it at all. It got like 10 views on TikTok, but it was really great to see people appreciating it, and it was fun to do that. So these live streams really are kind of a way to, I guess, offset the lack of any sort of revenue I make on those types of videos by getting super chats here, and then it justifies me making them and then either putting them on the channel or just featuring them on a live stream in the future. That said, I do not have a super chat milestone for this episode, for this live stream. So if you have something you want to see me do, whether it's a parody of something, whether it's another music video for like a Limp Bizkit song or a Linkin Park, which I famously like to sing on these shows, let me know in the comments and I'll try to make it happen within the next, 10 minutes and we can get the ball rolling. Otherwise, this is a classic AMA episode. Ask me anything, fire away, and I'll do my best to answer. There was some sad political news today. I don't like any of the shootings. I don't care who it is. It's awful. But this is a movie channel. It's not a political channel. I like to separate those two things because I want people to have fun and engage with the movie space. Religious talk, political talk, any of that other shit, that I follow it, but I don't bring it here. Okay, so I just hope that we can all share in that sentiment, especially when things are tough. Okay, let's get to it. Oh, why don't I show the video? I'll show the video first. So here it is, and I have the audio on, unlike the last fiasco. So enjoy. This is the AMC parody of the this is the AMC Nicole Kidman parody. If we were watching movies at home instead of at the theaters. We come to this place for magic. We come to HOME theaters to love, to cry, to care. Because we need that. All of this. That indescribable feeling we get when the lights begin to dim. And we go somewhere we've never been before. Not just entertained, but somehow reborn. Together. Dazzling images on a huge silver screen. Sound that I can feel in my balls. Somehow, heartbreak feels good in a place like this. Our heroes feel like the best part of us. And stories feel perfect and powerful. Because here, they aren't HOME theaters. We make movies better. There you go. HOME theaters, we make movies better. No, Bubba, those were your Legos, not your kids. That's Cap. Those were Connor's Legos. I pulled them from his Minecraft set. I think the Minecraft Legos are terrible. I have not seen a design yet that I like. They all hold up like ass. There's just no solid structure to be found with them. They're the worst designed Legos I've ever seen in my life. Also, the Lego that I pulled out of my mouth, that took 2 takes in the coffee cup. I actually had coffee in there, and I actually did put the Lego in my mouth. I was on a side profile, could have easily just had it in my hand and slipped it down, using a little trickery. But no, I went all in on this. I really went all in. For people wondering what the movie that was being shown for a little bit at the end, that was This Is Me, ... Now by Jennifer Lopez. I should have put War of the Worlds on there. I should have put um, Amelia Perez. There was a lot of options. I went with Ice Age as a tip of the hat to the Alien Earth show that's going on. Again, if I had more time, I would have made some changes for sure. I would have added some things. And if I had more of a set design, I really would have made the house in shambles with like kids' toys everywhere and just like unfolded laundry on the couch. And maybe, the wife is vacuuming around me while I'm trying to watch the show. The dishwasher's going. There was a lot I had in my brain, but unfortunately, due to time restraints, it just didn't happen. Did anybody have an idea for something I could do this week? You should have been wearing Crocs. I miss watching movies at home. I'm here in Milwaukee for college. Miss Minnesota. Well, do you enjoy Red Letter Media? Yeah, I brought them up. People ask me. I really like those guys. They're great. I have not seen a lot of their stuff in the last few years, but I've always respected and liked what they do. I did actually watch the first video from them just recently because it showed up in my feed, and it was the YouTubers complaining about YouTube video, and that was pretty fun. And I've noticed some of the stuff they're complaining about as well. A 1 minute water war tribute to your high school days, only with you now. God. Carrey is a better actor than Sandler, period. Is that really a discussion? Is that a debate? I don't think it's even close. Jim Carrey's a far better actor. What is your favorite Conjuring entity? Ooh, I'm going to be frank with you. You can be Paulette. I've only seen each of the movies once, and I remember virtually nothing about any of them except the new one because I just saw it 2 or 3 days ago with the door. I just know the order I like them in, and it's pretty much, I mean, it's not quite in order, but number one is the best, number two is the second best, this fourth one is the third best, and then the third one is the worst, and I don't like the third one. I like the other three well enough. I think the second one has the skinny man or the slender man type of dude. That was cool, but I honestly don't remember what the entity is in the second one. It's just a ghost dad that sits in a chair. And the first one, I know it's in the house and it's creepy as shit. I don't know if it's a family though. Like, I really don't remember. It's wild. Christian movie nerd shot out of a cannon for $10. Out of Jim Carrey or Adam Sandler, who in your opinion has done better in the dramatic roles? I guess that was the jumping off point. Here is just completely on the fritz. Well, Jim Carrey's only done four, I guess. He did. Someone's gonna have to tell me the name of it because I forgot. Well, there's The Majestic, which nobody saw except for me. It was a pretty good movie. He's great in it. There is The Truman Show, which I think trumps anything that Adam Sandler's done. Full stop. Truman Show is fantastic. That's his best dramatic performance. There's Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind. He did 23, which, it's a horror movie, but he's very dramatic in it. He did. So the one I don't remember is he plays a gay guy in jail. Philip Is it Philip Morris or something? I can't remember. I think it's a biography. And then he also did Man on the Moon, the Andy Kaufman movie, and he was fantastic in that as well. I think there's one more that I'm missing. To be fair, I have not seen a lot of Adam. I shouldn't say a lot. I haven't seen some of Adam Sandler's more dramatic roles. Is it Rain Over Me? That's the one that I hear is really good with him. I have not seen Punch Drunk Love or Drunk Punch Love, whatever the fuck that is. And he was very good in Uncut Gems, for sure. I love you, Philip Morris. Thank you. That was the one. Did you ever do another rant video about your move? Thank you, Douglas Mikes. No, I kind of gave up on the second rant channel. Uh, there's just not enough time. My real job as a I don't even know what my role would be anymore. I'm supposed to be a senior UX UI designer and developer, but I'm really just kind of a uh, an email designer slash front end dev slash video editor. That's pretty much my role now at work. Kind of a line cook, a short order cook, but it pays the bills fine enough. Uh, Actually, not really anymore. Shit's so expensive, and now that my kids are in sports and everything, it's become just unwieldy. The one income family with a stay at home wife is not the American dream it used to be. Let me tell you that. But as far as the rant channel, yeah, I don't know. It sits there. I want to do rants, but God, it's hard. It's really hard because part of me wants to go like real with my rants because I got a lot of, I have a lot of really deep, profound things to say. And then I always pull back. I'm like, nope, that's stupid. Don't do it. There's too many of those channels. And then I want to do like fun, lively ones like I used to do. But it's like, what's the point when they make virtually nothing? They make like $5. That's just not worth my time. As fun as they are to do, it's just really not something that's in the cards anymore. Yeah, I agree. Majestic had so much potential, just doesn't go very far. That's where I'm at with it. What are your thoughts on the first Fast and the Furious film? Caleb, I don't know who told me it the first time. God, what was it? But it was a better movie when it was called Point Break. Essentially the same exact plot as Point Break. Point Break's a lot better. Uh, Fast and Furious, the first one is not great. I don't think any of the Fast and Furious movies are very good. First one's like okay. I know people that really love that, but that's not my. I don't live life a quarter mile at a time. Matt Sclero says, "I told you. You did for sure. There was one other guy that told me, and I just can't remember if what came first, the mat or the egg, the chicken and the mat. I know you're definitely one of them for sure, but I don't remember. There was one other guy that said that around the same time. I'll absolutely give you credit though. It was Matt. I don't even need to make more money. What about a sports channel? Recapping games or commenting would probably do pretty well. I'm going to start one myself. I know nothing about sports at all. Nothing. So maybe that would be great if a complete fucking idiot about sports was commentating on sports he knows nothing about. Like, oh, there's number 45, and then pronounce his name wrong. Yeah, he's hiking the ball, and I guess he did his job because now he's done for the day. I don't know. Yeah, that wouldn't work. What's your screenplay about? It's about disappointment. So even though it hasn't been picked up yet, I feel like I've already achieved something. I feel like I've already got the message out to myself. My screenplay is a family action comedy set in the 90s, and it's very fun. It's very funny. It's got a lot of action. It's got some heart, and I have no fucking idea who to show it to or how to get it made. So I'm probably going to put it in a vault, and I'm going to write something else that I can make myself, and hopefully get on like a small, like hopefully get in with a local Minnesota production company and just try to like learn the ins and outs a little bit more and do it that way. Because I like this industry. Every industry is about who you know, and the more successful you can get in industry, I feel like that's more challenging about how like about who you know. It's even more challenging to make it happen. That was a great, well constructed sentence. We can help you doing similar myself. Okay, well, you have my email. It's on my about section, or you can hit me up on the Discord. Or yeah, I don't know. There's ways. There's ways to reach out privately, and I would appreciate it. Alien Earth is frustrating, Adam. It's good at times, and then it's bad other times. Yeah, I know. It's like the pieces are there, kind of like the cinematography is great. Just I don't like the story at all. Love 90s flicks. Let's chat about your project. Thanks, Sean Dawes. Again, please reach out on the Adam Does Movies Discord. Private message me. It's probably the best way to get back. I'm not very active. God damn it! My wife just messaged me. I think so. It threw me off. I'm gonna have to go upstairs and say, "Ma'am, you need to let me concentrate because there's certain days where I just can't form a sentence, and this is clearly one of them." Anyway, hit me up on Discord. I'm not very active in the community there, but it's a great place to reach out privately. When are you going to bring the frosted tips back? Oh my God. When the frosted tips become popular again, I'll bring them back. Okay. Or maybe I have to set the tone. I have to set the standard. Is this him? Fargo, not Adam. What about the video of you snoring you promised to show us this week? We can play back the tape. I didn't promise you dick. Other than if there was a recording, I would play it. There's no recording. She didn't do her job. My wife was supposed to record me snoring. Didn't happen. And I bet she waited up every single night, waiting patiently for any sort of a peep to come out of those nostrils, and not a sound, silent as a mouse. Oh, and she texts me again. So maybe she has the live stream on mute because I don't want you texting me. You can tell the chat, surprisingly, I didn't hear you snore this last week, but you definitely whacked your legs around and were scary while you slept. I didn't know if you were going to kick me or not, but no snoring happened. There you go, verbatim. Finn Jeremias, $2. Stop being weird. I can't do that. I'm afraid I can't do that. Alex says, don't stop being weird. Oh, I'm getting mixed signals. What do I do? It's kind of like on the recent Alien Earth video. Someone said, very seriously, sir, you need to stop doing Michael Jackson songs. You look like you're 40. I'm 43. Stop it. He said he's 43, or she, or they, or whatever. I don't know why I needed to know that person's age. I guess since they are 43, that gives them oversight on anyone that's in their 40s. Hear ye, hear ye. I do decree anyone over the age of 40 shall not go forth and do a Michael Jackson song. So it is written, so it shall be. I'm 43. I was being weird again. $5 from Rob. Thank you, Rob. Alien Earth is incredibly dull, but what other top franchises would make a good TV series? I'm trying to rack the old noodle about if there has been any movies turned into TV shows that were anything short of god awful ass. The Penguin and Peacemaker, I suppose, are good examples of shows done right, spinning off from a movie. But I don't know what else there's been. X-Files turned into an awesome movie. Not vice versa, though. Trying to think if there's anything. I can't. I'm blanking. Mike Karp for $4.99. I imagine this is going to have nothing to do with his wife. Just had ACL surgery and laying in the hospital bed watching the stream. Luckily, my wife's boyfriend is a nice guy and brought over my laptop. Love the channel. So- sounds like your sounds like your wife's boyfriend is a real keeper. Christian movie nerd for $5. Which one did it better? Tombstone or White Earp? Armageddon or Deep Impact? Dante's Peak or Volcano? These are all fairly easy. Tombstone, Armageddon, Dante's Peak. It's right there. You put the better one in first every time. I think you did that either knowingly or subconsciously. I'm your Huckleberry. Oh shit. Yeah. Okay, Dante's Peak. I was gonna say, did I say Volcano over Dante's Peak? That's foolish. Early seasons of Westworld? 12 Monkeys? Is Westworld a 12 Monkeys spinoff? I didn't know that. No way. I think I missed some movie tips. Douglas Mikes, yeah, your best bet if you want to somehow get into film industry is to start small, create something you can showcase yourself. I write short horror stories for animated YouTube channels. Oh, that's cool. Appreciate that, Douglas. I'm just catching up on comments. Caleb, Adam, Die Hard 1 through 4 are great. 5 is trash. Fully endorse that statement. Fully endorse it. Twelve Monkeys had, oh, I didn't know that. 12 Monkeys had its own show. Hmm. Hmm. 'Die Hard with a Vengeance for the win. I agree. Die Hard with a Vengeance is awesome. I still am partial to number one, but the order for me of importance is Die Hard 1, Die Hard with the Vengeance, Die Hard 3, Die Hard 2, Die Harder, then what is it? A Good Day to Die Hard? Or no, is that the horrible fifth one? Live Free or Die Hard is the fourth one. It's a Good Day to Die Hard should be wiped from existence. That movie is ass. I actually don't know a single person on planet Earth that likes Die Hard 5. And I know people that like every movie. Like any movie I can think of out there, there's someone out there that will defend it. Air Bud 4 has defenders. Baby Geniuses 2 has defenders. Baby's Day Out has defenders. I'm one of those defenders. Boss Baby. Now I'm just doing baby movies. Airbud 4 is flawless. I don't actually know if there is an Airbud 4. Airbud 4. Seventh inning fetch? Oh my God. The name alone is perfect. Seventh inning fetch. Do you think they come up with the puns and then just build the script around it? Or do you think they just pick a different sport and then hit it with the pun? Either way is a surefire hit. You should rank the Friday the 13th franchise. I should rank the Airbud franchise. What's your favorite Bruce Willis movie? Oh, you just wasted $2. It's Die Hard. Die Hard's one of my favorite action movies of all time. I love that film. I also love Fifth Element. That's probably my second favorite Bruce Willis movie. Multipass. Uh, Bruce Willis. It's another Bruce Willis movie I love besides the Die Hard movies and Fifth Element. I like Signs a lot. If Matt Sclero is still in the chat, he's fuming right now because he hates that movie. I love Signs. I think it's great. Bruce Willis is not in Signs, though. I just realized that after I said it. Unbreakable. Jesus Christ. Oh, God. The Sixth Sense, yeah. I got there. I got there. Thoughts on the Raid films? Havoc was overhated. No, Havoc was ass. The Raid films are fucking awesome. The Raid Redemption and the Raid 2 are freaking awesome. If you haven't seen those movies, watch them. They're just nonstop action. Second one does build up some lore and actually gives you background on characters, but they are both freaking fire. I thought Havoc was just miserable. What did y'all think of Weapons? I watched it again last night with my wife. She loved it. I really enjoy that film. We got in a spirited debate about the ending being too abrupt for my taste. I would have liked a little bit more to hit me with an emotion, but we agreed to disagree. And at the end of the day, it's probably in my top 5 for the year so far. I watched it again. It was just as good, if not better, the second time. So I really enjoy Weapons, and I hate Barbarian. Feel like I need to say that for no reason at all. Same director, that's all. Jack Mackerel 24 for $5. Thanks, Jack. Sorry I'm late. Was just dropping off a laptop to my girlfriend's husband in the hospital. He tore his ACL. He is also an Adam Does Movies fan. Crazy. That's fantastic. Don't tell Mike. Or actually, you probably know Mike. He's a good guy. The Raid Redemption is endlessly rewatchable. Mike Shinoda produced an amazing soundtrack for it. I didn't realize he did that. Gonna put a little rap right here. I need to rewatch that movie then. Speaking of which, do you think M. Night is a fluke or a misunderstood genius? I don't think he's a misunderstood genius. I think maybe he had a really great movie in him, and then he had another cool movie in him, and then by the third or fourth movie, it's starting to tip. And then after 4, he was pretty much done with really good movies. And then he went on to schlock and shit, and it just all fell to pieces. And now it's just a train wreck for the most part. The thing is, I still love watching his movies because he's always going to bring something fresh to the table every time. He leaves his stank on it, which typically means emotionless droid type people that don't talk or act like normal people do. And that's kind of fun to me. So I wouldn't say misunderstood genius. I would say misunderstood. Because nobody can understand what the fuck he's trying to say. "12 Monkeys" is awesome. I love that movie. And all its weirdness. Adam, do you think Paramount should remove the episodes of South Park making fun of Charlie Kirk, at least for a time after the tragic thing that happened? I mean, you don't have to watch it. It's always such a weird thing to me because they did this with after 9/11 when the towers went down. They went back and removed any reference to it on like Seinfeld and Friends, and they got rid of that teaser for Spider-Man where he traps the chopper in between the towers. Like, I suppose if it's a trailer on a a screen, you don't want to inadvertently hurt people that or remind people of that event. But it's a little different when you have to actually like watch the show on a rerun on a streaming service. Like you're actively seeking it out. Also, they did the same thing after Steve Irwin died years ago. He was killed by a stingray, and they made several Steve Irwin stingray jokes right after. I'm talking like a day after it happened. And then because it was shock and awe for these guys and they take nothing serious in this world, which is what I actually appreciate about them, they just kept going in on it. So no, my personal opinion is no. I don't really care for the censoring that much. We just avoid it. It's easy enough to avoid. That's a good question though. If you like the raid, watch The Night Comes for Us. Okay, thank you for the $2, Douglas, and for the tip. I've heard of that movie. I have not seen it. Finn Jeremias for $2. Thanks again, Finn. What music do you listen to at the gym? Well, I have a sad thing to report. I've been really slacking on the gym lately. I've been busy as fuck running kids around and doing errands and the job and the channel that unfortunately my priority has not been the Iron Temple. I only went once this week. We're on Wednesday already, which already throws everything off. I am going to try to go in the morning now, try to get up earlier and go, which sucks because that's the only time I have for myself. That's my me time for like a little Fortnite or God of War, whatever I feel like playing for an hour. But now that hour is going to have to go to the gym. Typically there was more time, but I just got to make a sacrifice, and I suppose health comes first. But when I do go work out, I usually throw on my rock playlist, which is just a Bangladesh, which is a word I use. It's a place, but I use it as like a verb. A Bangladesh of different songs from like Tool. But we go back like old hair bands too. Dawkins on there, the Scorpions. You'll have some REO Speedwagon, some Styx, but then you have like Godsmack and Nine Inch Nails and of course Metallica, Megadeth. Sometimes I'll go more into the punk rock stuff with like the Offspring, Billy Talent, I suppose is more on the rock side and not punk rock. But I like to vary it, get a little Yellow Card in there, a little Taking Back Sunday, Finger 11, Chevelle. Trying to think what else I really like. Oh God, who sings? Well, obviously Limp Bizkit and Linkin Park. I celebrate the entire catalogs. What was that band? Who sings "Wish You Were Here" and Morning View? I think is the name of one of their albums. It might be the titular track as well. Incubus, Jesus, Incubus. What legacy sequels being a thing now? Some good like Top Gun Maverick and some so like Happy Gilmore 2. Oh, with legacy sequels. I misread that. What are your thoughts on Spaceballs 2? Well, I guess the best comparison would be the recent Naked Gun, which I really enjoyed. I thought it was very funny. So I am excited for Spaceballs 2, although Mel Brooks hasn't directed anything. And what's the last movie Mel Brooks directed? What was Mel Brooks' last movie? No. What? Dracula Dead and Loving It was Mel Brooks' last directed film? There's no. Google's got to be on crack, right? Is that true? Holy shit. I like Dracula Dead and Loving It. That's Leslie Nielsen. It's not great, but it's got some really funny moments. Funny movie. 1995. That's wild. So this is almost 30 years. Is that right? Holy shit. He hasn't directed a movie in 30 years. Wow. I mean, we'll see. Holy crap. My thoughts on Spaceball 2, I really have no thoughts. That's like genuinely insane that it's been that long. Oof. Wait, he's not? I thought he was. Wait, who said Spaceballs 2 will suck because Mel is not directing or writing it? I thought he did. I thought he was doing it. Who is writing and directing Spaceballs 2? Spaceballs 2 is being directed by Josh Greenbaum and co-written by Josh Gad. What the fuck? The original director and star Mel Brooks is returning as a producer and to reprise his role as Yogurt, but not to direct the film. I didn't know Josh Gad wrote. What has he written? Is it the Josh Gad, the of Olaf? What has Josh Gad written? His writing credits include TV series Central Park and 1600 Penn. Writer for Gigi, Almost American, and Rent Control, and the writer for the up-and-coming film Spaceballs 2. I don't know what any of that is. He's also writing Muppets Live Another Day. How the hell did he get that? I have an important question, not to be presumptive, but why does Josh Gad annoy you? I don't know if he annoys me. I just haven't seen anything he's in that I'm particularly impressed with, performance-wise, outside of Olaf, which by nature is an annoying character. I wouldn't say Josh Gad does anything for me at all, one way or the other. He just kind of exists. Philip D. Studio for $19.99, shot out of a cannon. Finally, I got in on a live stream. Rock on, Adam. Rock on. Thank you. Thank you very much. Little Monsters is Gad's best film. He's in Little Monsters? What? The one with Howie Mandel? I hate that movie. Is he the bully or something? Josh Gad. I mean, he's got to be a little guy in that, right? Like young? Oh, this is a different Little Monsters. I didn't see this one. I thought you were talking about the Howie Mandel movie from the 90s. Jesus. Are you going to watch Happy Gilmore 2 again? I'd rather cut off my own balls and eat them than rewatch that movie. Adam does movies. Any upcoming collaborations, maybe with Rudy from Gen X Reviews? I have no upcoming collabs on the docket. I do love Rudy, though. Alex also says, God, I love Rudy. Rudy's great. I just haven't had any. I've only been doing one live stream a week, again, because of the schedule, short for schedule. But maybe if something comes out that I feel would be fun for a spirited debate or conversation, I will bring some of those guys back on again. That would be fun. For fear of eliciting that Adam disappointed, never sought reaction, my favorite Mel Brooks, Young Frankenstein, then Blazing Saddles. Thoughts? They are both timeless classics. I have seen them both, and I prefer, I think Blazing Saddles I laughed a lot harder at, but Young Frankenstein I have not seen in probably 20 years at this point. Blazing Saddles, a little fresher in my mind, but it's still been a long ass time. I would like to revisit both of those. Great movies, though. Very funny comedies. Mel Brooks at his prime. See, I always see this. They couldn't make Blazing Saddles nowadays. Yeah, maybe. I don't know if it's so much as they couldn't, it's they wouldn't, because that kind of humor just, humor, comedy changes over time. What was funny in the 90s isn't necessarily funny in 2023. Well, what was funny in early, like early 2000, the American Pie movies might not hit the same as they did for a new generation. And you can say it's because they're softer or they're more woke or whatever, but comedy needs to adapt and change and find different ways to push the envelope. It's not like there isn't comedies out right now that aren't doing crazy, inappropriate, disgusting stuff, or dramas or thrillers. I mean, a lot of comedy these days is coming out of superhero movies or horror movies. Weapons had some really dark humor in it that I thought was hilarious. There's a lot of movies in that. I mean, Terrifier, that whole movie's basically a comedy masquerading as a horror film. There is a lot of different ways that they're utilizing humor now, and it's just not the same as it was when Blazing Saddles came out. That doesn't mean they still can't do that type of stuff. It's just done in a different way. Blazing Saddles as the sequel to Tropic Thunder. I mean, that's actually a great point because Tropic Thunder came out and that pushed the envelope of comedy too. You always have a movie that comes out every few years that does that. It challenges people. It just doesn't give a shit, and it has a ton of laughs in it at everyone's expense. And I think it's brilliant. Favorite animated comedy? Mine's The Simpsons movie. Never fails to make me laugh. I do enjoy The Simpsons movie, and that was after I was pretty much done with the show. It lost me in terms of the way that it did comedy. It felt like it was getting more towards the Family Guy style without going all in, and I like Family Guy too. So it was kind of in an awkward place. I don't know where it's at now, but Simpsons I hold very near and dear to my heart. I used to love that show. The first, I'd say, season 2 through 10 are pretty much peak. And that movie was great. There was always rumors of another movie. I don't know what happened, why they never made one. As far as me, comedies, that's easy. My favorite animated comedy, full stop, not even a second guess, is Emperor's New Groove. That movie's freaking hilarious. I have not seen the Babadook. You know what always bothered me? They called him Spider Pig and not Spider Ham, because ham sounds more like man. Is it because Spider Ham was a thing before? Spider Ham. Is that what he's called in Into the Spider-Verse? Oh, that's why. Maybe they couldn't do the Spider Ham thing. Adam, would you ever walk on the treadmill the whole time while watching The Long Walk? That's what's happening in some theaters. I think I could. Yeah, I think the treadmill's going at like 3 miles per hour. It's pathetic. They said it's the equivalent of walking 5.5 miles by the time the movie's done. That's nothing. I could easily do that. As to go and walk, I used to walk with my wife all the time in South Carolina, and we'd go 4, 5, 6 miles. She would go longer, but I would usually go for 4 or 5. I got shit to do. I can't just slowly walk around all the time. Adam, please rank the first 25 years of my life. Sure. Disappointing. 1 through 25. Just disappointing. Oh, your life. I thought you meant mine. I don't know, but 25, if you're only 25 years old or 26 years old, you got a lot of life left. You got a lot of things you can do with that time, Sonny boy, so get to it. Let's not dwell on the past. Let's look to the future. Which Jurassic Park movies do you love? I love the first movie with all my heart. I that's the only one I love. I guess we'll move on. That's all you asked. You didn't ask what I liked and what I didn't like. Have you ever shit your pants? Asks Poop. I have not. Ironically, not a very long walk. Exactly, Sean. Oh, whoops. Do you enjoy Team America World Police? I love that movie. South Park creators did that one. Troy and Matt, they said that. Oh, no, not Troy and Matt. Why did I forget their names? I'm losing my mind tonight. God, it's one of those nights. Trey and Matt, Jesus. Yes, I really like Team America. I remember them bitching up a storm when they were making the film, saying it was the dumbest idea ever because it was such a pain in the ass to make. I love that those guys are always pushing themselves. Trey and Pat. Is it Trace? Is it Trey Stone and Matt Parker? Or is it Matt Stone and Trey Parker? I think it's Matt Stone and Trey Parker. Yeah, Matt Stone, Trey Parker. Nailed it. Basketball was good. Yeah, basketball. I haven't seen that in a long time, though. I have no idea if it holds up or not. Rank the 10 Fast and Furious movies. Are there oh, there are 10. Yeah, Fast 10. And then there's Hobbs and Shaw as like a cherry on top. I think I've done a ranking of those stupid movies before. It's basically a worst of the worst or a best of the worst. Number 10 I think is the worst if I remember right. I really did not like number 10. Number 9 was also really bad. I think 8 was I think my favorite is either 5 or 6, whichever one Paul Walker rides off into the sunset on. That was my favorite Fast and the Furious. And then maybe 5 was all right. So I'd probably say if it was 6 that Paul Walker died on, I would say 6, 5, 1. I don't care about any of the other ones. 651 is the top 3, and then the rest of them are just shit. Tokyo Drift is fine, I guess. I didn't mind Hobbs and Shaw. I thought Hobbs and Shaw was fun. I have a confession. I never watched any Fast and Furious. That's not a confession. That's an exclamation. That's an exciting thing to announce. When you're visiting Eden Prairie, do you ever find yourself shouting out, "That kid is on the damn escalator again," or "I love the smell of commerce in the morning"? No, but I remember being at the Showplace Icon. I don't know where it's at, somewhere in towards the cities, although it doesn't exist anymore. I just went over there and they turned it into something else now, a Marcus Theater, which is really sad. I used to love the Showplace Icon. But one time I went there, and it was a little early for the movie, and there was this kind of chunky kid, and he was exercising, I guess, or maybe he was just seeing if he could climb the mountain with the avalanche coming against him. So he was running up the escalator that was going down, and I shit you not, this poor little chunker couldn't get more than 3 steps up before he would go back to the bottom. And I just instinctively knew I had to take out my phone at the time and hold it up for what I knew was going to be a magical moment. And sure enough, lightning struck. This little kid started running his heart out, and he got that 4th, 5th, 6th step up the escalator, and then boom, he trips and gets carried back down to the bottom, roly-polies over, and I have it on film just like I did delete the evidence, and I didn't, like make him feel bad and show it somewhere. But oh my God, that was funny as fuck. The things kids do. Mallrats. Oh my God, Mallrats. I saw that movie like 80 years ago. I don't remember. I forgot. Okay, I forgot. No, wait. Is Mallrats the one I just watched? I just watched that like. That's what Jay and Silent Bob, right? I just watched that like 3 years ago for the first time. So there's no way in hell I would have remembered some quotes from it because I've only seen that movie once. Kevin Smith movies, I've seen very few of because the ones I had watched were his later stuff, which sucks. I did not see his classics until a couple years back. I saw Clerks for the first time and I freaking loved Clerks. I saw Mallrats. I thought that one was fine. I didn't love it like a lot of people. I was going to move on to Chasing Amy. I just never got to it. Some people say that's the best one. I heard Wizard of Oz at the Sphere is amazing. The price, not so much. The Wizard of Oz at the Sphere looks freaking insane. It looks cool as shit. Yeah, $200 is not a great deal. Someone at work was like, couldn't you just go and write it off at tax time because it's like part of your work? I was like, all right, but I don't have like right now is the problem. I don't have $200 to blow on a ticket plus, $100 on the hotel plus 150 or whatever the flight is. I don't have like $500 or $600 lying around right now that I could just do that, unfortunately. Adam, is your wife now in chat? I have no idea. She comes and goes. She's silent. She's like a ninja. Oh, well, I missed something here. I'm sorry. Jack Mackerel for $5 more. Thank you, Jack. The Sphere is making $2 million a day showing an AI enhanced shortened Wizard of Oz. Thoughts on using AI to edit classic movies for event showings? I brought this up, I think, in the last stream. I brought it up somewhere. I think it's cool. I have no issue with it. If it's AI is a tech that we should utilize in ways that I think are beneficial and don't come at the cost of like creativity or stifling creativity, I should say. In this instance, The Wizard of Oz exists. It's a classic. It's great. But what AI is allowing them to do is to bring it into this new environment in this incredibly immersive experience. And it's not just AI enhanced visuals to like extend the dome. They're dropping physically real things around people while they're watching. There's like snow coming down. There's smells in the air. There's haptic feedback. It's a whole experience. And if you saw the making of this, it's not like they just threw Wizard of Oz into an AI generator and said, make it look pretty. Like they really went through and constructed scene by scene how they needed to put these cameras, how they needed the AI to generate some of these scenes. It was not an easy thing to do. It's kind of like when Peter Jackson went back and reconstructed old-timey war footage from World War I and made a damn movie out of it. He used some advanced technology too to make that happen, taking black and white photos, enhancing them, putting motion to them, creating the sounds and the music that they didn't have at that time on camera and enhancing the visuals. So, I mean, to me, it's brilliant, and it's a great way to showcase some modern, you know. I don't know. I have nothing bad to say about it. I think it's fantastic. I think there's a lot of ugly uses for AI, and I think it's sad that a lot of companies are replacing real people with them for tech support and for HR and all this stuff. It's pretty disgusting, and it doesn't make us a better people at the end of the day. But enhancing an old classic film to put into this modern experience, I think is awesome, because not only does it showcase what we can do with modern technology, it also brings back those classics for yet another, round of applause. And we always have the original too. Yeah, I think it's great. That was a long walk. If you want a fun bad movie, watch Blank Man. Yeah, I've seen Blank Man. That's Damon Wayans and the other dude from In Living Color. They did the gay movie critic thing. I give it around the world in a back snap. Those guys were hilarious. Hated it. They were the original. You know, they were like Siskel and Ebert, but in the comedy space. It was great. God, what is his name? He's funny as shit. He's in Jumanji. He plays the police officer. Oh, God. It pisses me off. I don't know his name. Someone's going to know it in the comments. I mean, I could look it up, but I don't want to look it up. David Allen Greer. Thank you. Christian Movie Nerd for $5 more. Thank you. In your opinion, when did the MCU jump the shark? Do you think there's hope? Thunderbolts was definitely a step in the right direction. I liked Thunderbolts. I liked the Fantastic Four. I guess I'm pretty easy to please these days, but I had a good time with both of them. I haven't hated everything that, like, I liked Shang-Chi. It's too long for sure, but it's a cool movie. The Spider-Man movie was fine with the three Spider-Mans. So they're not all misses. I think they've just really dropped the ball on some of the bigger ones, and they've been incredibly inconsistent, and they cut a lot of corners and they goofed it up too much. You know, Ant-Man Quantum Shidia was just atrocious. Thor Love and Thunder was terrible. Eternals was a complete misfire. Yeah, they've had some stinkers for sure. And I think the Disney Plus TV shows really did a number on the name recognition and just kind of diluting the brand a lot. But even like Deadpool and Wolverine, even though it's not like MCU proper, it is now into the fold, and that movie did huge numbers, and I think most people really did enjoy it. I thought it was a great time. The one time I watched it, I don't have any desire to see it again because it's kind of a cameo fest and there's not much layer to those jokes, but it was a fun ride. So as far as like the new Avengers, I don't like have huge hopes for it. I'm certainly not excited like I was for the original Avengers or the sequels and Civil War and Infinity War and all that stuff. But yeah, I don't think they're completely dead in the water. It's not like these movies are losing tons of money. I know Fantastic Four underperformed, and that one maybe did not make its investment back. Same with the Thunderbolts, but Spider-Man's holding up ships. Spider-Man did fine. What else did they come out with? I feel like there was another one that did okay. Yeah, I don't know. It's just the Fantastic Four is a really hard litmus test because those movies have never performed incredibly well to begin with. They've always just done okay numbers. And the Thunderbolts, who the fuck even knows what they are? It was such a bizarre choice for Marvel to put out. As a follow, I guess, did I even answer the question? When did Marvel jump the shark? They jumped the shark with Ant-Man and the Wasp. That's when they jumped the shark for me. Quantum Shidia. When they went all in on Kang the Conqueror and they had him get defeated by ants and they just played it all very silly, that was it for me. That's when I said they need to rethink their strategy. That's when they jumped it on the movie side. On the TV show side, that was earlier. That's when they just started throwing shows for everyone without really a thought behind it. Jack is back for $5 more. Thank you. As a follow-up, in 2 years, you will be able to use AI to turn your script into a film by yourself. Will you see a new channel with Adam AI features? No, I don't want to. I mean, that's crazy to think if that was a thing, but I would not use AI to make my own movie. I like dealing with people. Every time I've done like a short film or, like working on Movie Boss with my friends and a couple brothers, the funnest part of that process was acting with them, writing the scripts, having them perform the lines. AI can't replace that. That's the magic that you can only get being on a set and actually directing people and using practical effects and using CG where necessary and green screens and all that stuff. But Yeah, that's one thing AI cannot change or replicate. Abila, God, I cannot say this name. Let me try to pronounce. Let me see if I can get the internet to help me with your name. Hilash. How do you pronounce that? Abilash. Abilash. Is that right? Thumbs up if Abilash is right. Abilash Panda for $100. Are you going to review Chris Stuckman's movie Shelby Oaks? Yes, I am when it hits theaters. And I said this before. The trailer looked really good. I thought it looked like a good time. I don't like what he's done on YouTube as far as being a movie critic that, well, I guess maybe he doesn't call himself a critic anymore. A movie fan that only talks about good movies or movies that he likes. I find it to be kind of disingenuous at a time when he was trying to curry favor with the industry. I mean, I get why he did it. I just think it was kind of a bad look to go from shitting on movies and having these like hot, honest takes to suddenly, hey guys, I decided now that I'm making a movie, I'm only going to put out movie reviews of movies I like. It's like, really, dude? Come on. But yeah, good for him for actually making it happen. It's more than I can say for myself. And the movie trailer was very well done. I will definitely give it a chance. Shelby Oaks did reshoots. Not sure what to expect. From what I heard, they did reshoots because did Neon buy it? Is it Neon? Shelby Oaks distributor. It is Neon. Neon got the project and they infused more money into it, probably to beef up the the visuals and to give it a little bit more flair for moviegoers. And it's got a freaking like October, like it has the prime time October slot. Shelby Oaks release date October 3rd. Yeah, I mean it's getting October, so it's a big deal. Wait, so your wife is a real person and not AI? Well, I don't know. It's possible. I mean, I don't want to blow your guys' brains off, but I saw this movie once. It might have been a documentary. It was called The Matrix. It's possible we're all AI right now and we don't realize it. It's possible we are all constructs of a once fallen human civilization, and when we're just the remnants in human form, but actually we're just a bunch of zeros and ones. It's crazy to think. Cody is at the Shelby Oaks premiere today in New York City. Well, that's nice for Cody. Guess my invitation was lost in the mail. I don't know how Cody and Sean and these guys like get these invites and shit. They must just go. You know what I do know? They go to things. They go to like cons and they go to events and then they rub elbows with people that work the events and they meet people that can get them access to this and this and this. They're smart and they know how to network. I have a fucking full-time job and a family, so I can't do that. I just can't do it. There's no way I'll ever make enough on this channel to do that. Adam does foreign names. That's right. And the next time the name comes up, I will forget again. Do you like RTMM channel? I don't know what RTMM is. RTMM YouTube channel. Ralph the Movie Maker. I've heard of Ralph the Movie Maker. Oh man, I saw him a long time ago. He's funny. He's definitely funny. What's he do over here? He does movie. Man, he doesn't put out videos very often though. He puts out videos very rarely. Like one a month. He's very fun. I saw him years ago, kind of like Donkey. I watched them around the same time. I thought they were very funny. Is TMNT dead? TMNT, of course, short for Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. No, I mean, they keep doing collabs. They had a Fortnite collab. They had a Call of Duty collab. I saw that they were in some other random thing I've never even heard of before. They had that fighting, like the side scroller beat 'em up a couple years back that was really well done. No, they have a new. Isn't Seth Rogen doing a sequel to the movie? TMNT Seth Rogen sequel. Yeah, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Mutant Mayhem is getting a sequel. Is planned and scheduled to release September 17th, 2027. I really enjoyed the first one, so I'm stoked for that. We should totally FaceTime while watching Shelby Oaks so we can talk about the movies like old times. Give someone else a rant video. Good boy thoughts. I champion original ideas. I think a dog that can see dead people is pretty damn funny. I have not seen a trailer on it, but that's a cool concept. I guess we'll know when you're making a movie, you'll be super nice. Exactly. Exactly. Adam, please don't miss my comments. I'm seeing them right now. Shelby Oaks release date got moved to October 24th. Well, that's even more prime time. Thank you for the $2. I used to wonder if your background was AI. No, I don't. The only thing I use AI for is some of the Photoshop stuff I do for my main job. I've never used AI. Oh, you know what? I've used AI a few times for some of my thumbnails. If I'm like in a business suit, or there was the Medea YouTube video where I had like old grandma hair. I used some AI for that. It's very rough. Like I do a really quick, rough job with it, and then I feather some of it in. And sometimes the AI is so shitty that I end up just redoing it myself. Adam, can you even see my comments? Yeah, I saw your last one. I saw this one. I'm seeing all these comments. Spaceballs, two thoughts. Already went over it. I'm very cautiously optimistic. We even looked up Mel Brooks's last movie, and it came out in 1995. But then I was told he's not even writing and directing this new film. So really, who the fuck knows? Josh Gad apparently is one of the writers. I watched Predator 2 tonight. I don't see why it is rated so low online. I'm sorry, Horse Joint, that you can't see why. I don't care for Predator 2 myself. I just don't like the environment. Don't really think Danny Glover was great as that character in lead role. It just doesn't do anything for me. I don't like the look of the movie. It's very ugly on the eyes. Predator Badlands thoughts. I'm in. I'm excited for that one. I thought Prey was great. I'm excited to see more by this director. Do you have a favorite Muppet movie? Yes. It would be the Muppet Christmas Carol. I enjoyed that one most Christmases. Do you read horror books? King Kuntz, for example? I don't unfortunately don't get a lot of time to read these days. I was a big Goosebumps kid growing up. I was really big into R.L. Stine and some of the Fear Street books. As an adult, I've not read really any horror books. What is your favorite subgenre of horror, and give an example? I don't know if it's even considered a subgenre, but I like the dark comedy horror films. And an example I would use would be The Frighteners, but I don't know if dark comedy is a subgenre of horror. I know there's like slashers and what else is there? Slashers and crashers and smashers and bashers. Now, I guess I don't know all the subgenres that are out there, the subverting of expectations types of films, but I like my favorite subgenre that I'm going to call a subgenre is the dark comedy. And that would be a movie like Frighteners, where there's just a lot of humor baked into it. Finn Germaius for another $5. Thank you. What movies you think have the most rewatchability? Mine are Jaws, Back to the Future, Detroit, Rick City, which I assume is an episode of what Rick and Morty. That's a Rick and Morty spin-off episode. Half Baked and Limitless. Oh, and The Edge. Interesting. Detroit Rock City is a bizarre pick. I saw that movie once. I guess if you're a fan of Kiss, that's a good movie for you because you get all the classics. Half Baked, interesting. And Limitless, is that the Bradley Cooper vehicle? I never saw Limitless, believe it or not. I would get some hate for that, I guess. Jaws, Back to the Future on this list. Back to the Future would definitely be what I would go with. Jaws, I've seen a good amount of times as well, and The Edge is awesome. It's a rare pick with Alec Baldwin and it's not Sean Connery, is it? Who's in The Edge with Alec Baldwin? No. It's is it Anthony Hopkins? The Edge, IMDb. I think it's Hopkins. But that is not the same movie. This is like some weird 2025 movie. Oh, Sean Connery? Oh, it is Anthony Hopkins. He looked like Sean Connery. If you look at the Edge poster or on IMDb, Anthony Hopkins looks like Sean Connery there. To answer your question, though, more outright, most watchability for me would be Home Alone. I'm going to go by movies that I've watched more than anything else. That's how I'm going to determine watchability. Home Alone 2, The Addams Family Values, Dumb and Dumber, The Cable Guy, Die Hard, The Matrix, Fight Club, Emperor's New Groove. I'm thinking of animated movies I've seen a bunch of times. The Incredibles I've seen a lot of times. The Thing. Trying to think of horror movies. I've seen The Shining a good amount of times, but I think that's probably enough. Back to the Future, Lord of the Rings trilogy, the Harry Potter collection. I've seen the Harry Potter collection a stupid amount. Christmas Vacation, I've seen a stupid amount of times. Jagger for $10, a beautiful super chat. Do you have respect for directors like Michael Bay, Roland Emmerich, or Rob Cohen, since they make turn your brain off films and aren't trying to win awards? I know what I'm getting if I walk in. Yeah, I mean, I think that they're, again, kind of like M. Night Shyamalan. I don't disrespect the guy because he's made a lot of like stupid schlocky movies. I actually think he's a very interesting director. He has a very unique style to his movies, and he's creative as hell. Even if they don't work, they are a fun ride to sit through. Michael Bay is, he's Michael Bay. He makes Call of Duty-esque movies. They're bro films. They got a lot of action. They usually got a hot chick straddling something, and they got a muscle jock doing some bro shit. Yeah, they can be fun, although I think a lot of his movies run way too long. If they could make Michael Bay movies 90 minutes, I think this guy fires every single time. When they started allowing him to make 2.5 hour, 3 hour Transformers film, we lost the fucking plot. You make a 90-minute Transformers movie, I guarantee you that puts asses in the seats and they will go back a few times over. But yeah, he's made some fun ones. The Island, I like the first two Bad Boys movies quite a bit. He's got some good stuff. Did he do The Rock? Is that Michael Bay? I don't know if he did that one. The Rock direct. I mean, it seems like it's Michael Bay, right? It is Michael Bay. Did he also do Con Air? Or is that the one that's not Michael Bay? Yeah, okay. Con Air, Simon West. That feels a lot like a Michael Bay movie, but The Rock is the shit. Roland Emmerich, yeah, he does all the natural disaster movies. I mean, he did Independence Day, not natural disaster, but you know what I'm saying. He does a lot of the big scale, big budget movies. 2012? My God, that's a long time ago. 2012 was supposed to be the end of everything. 2012, he did The Day After Tomorrow. I said Independence Day, ID4, as us purists would call it. Yeah, he has his place, and his place was in the early 2000s. I don't think I've seen anything from him in a long ass time. I did not see that Moon movie with what's her nuts? Catwoman, Halle Berry. I did not see the Moon movie that he did. And Rob Cohen, did he just do the new? Oh no, Rob Cohen sucks. Rob Cohen movies. Oh wait, this is not who I was thinking. Never mind. I don't really. God, I don't know if I know any of Rob Cohen's movies. The Skull. Oh, he did the Fast and the Furious, Triple X, Stealth. Yeah, I like Stallone and I like Daylight. That's a fun movie. There's always a chance. And he hits the glow stick. Ooh, he did the really bad Mummy movie. I don't know if respect is the word I would use for Rob Cohen. But you know, they're just kind of dumb, schlocky movies. That's fine. I don't disrespect them. I guess would be the easier answer. Invasion of the Body Snatchers or The Thing? I go with The Thing, although I just rewatched Invasion of the Body Snatchers, I want to say 2 months ago with my wife. Lindsay's never seen it. She naturally fell asleep, as she often does. Invasion of the Body Snatchers is a great movie. It's shown some age for sure, but it's still pretty damn awesome. Very fun mystery sci-fi, thriller. The Thing though is just it's just perfection in my eyes. Hard Target. God damn, what a rush. Oh my God. I love. No, Hard Target. That's not the name of that movie. Right? Isn't Hard Target with Jean-Claude Van Damme? The one you're thinking of is. That's not the name, I don't think. Are they both called? Is there two Hard Target movies? No, the other one's called something else. You're talking about with Christian Slater. He did Hard Rain. What's the Target movie called? It's Christian Slater and oh my God, I'm blanking on his fucking name. Kill me. Broken Arrow. It's Broken Arrow. No one told me. I figured that out on my own. I said, God damn, what a rush. Yeah, John Travolta is freaking great in Broken Arrow and Face Off. John Woo movies. Hilarious. Ooh, the hard-hitting question. Adam, what is the worst Batman movies? Well, what is the worst Batman movie, or what are the worst Batman movies? It's a very big separator there between those words. The worst Batman movie is easily Batman and Robin. That movie is hot, fiery trash. After that, I would say Batman Forever is the second worst. I don't like the Looney Tunes colors. Val Kilmer was fine as Batman, but we were still living in Michael Keaton's world. So it was very jarring to have that change. Also, I didn't care for the direction that Joel Schumacher took Batman in. And then after that, it's just kind of a crap show of where we go next. Honestly, I don't think the original Batman holds up very well at all. I just don't think it holds up very well at all. I'd probably put it lower on the list, believe it or not. And I'm not counting any of the Ben Affleck shit. The Batfleck shit that doesn't count to me because he didn't get a solo movie. The Chris Nolan movies I'd put pretty high. The Batman I think I would put under. I think I'd put under the entire Christopher Nolan trilogy if I'm gonna give you a hot take. I think I'd put that under the entire Christopher Nolan trilogy. I think I'd also put it underneath Batman Returns. And I like the Batman, but I liked it more when it was called Seven, and I would stand by that. That movie is just a carbon copy of Seven with Batman in it, and it's worse. So Jack Mackerel for $5 says, "Here's the goal for you to sing the Neverending Story theme song dressed in Atreyu outfit and wing." Oh my, and wig. Oh my god, that would be hilarious. The Neverending Story. Oh my god. Guys, okay. Listen, I don't know what the fuck is going on with people and Mask of the Phantasm. I watched that movie with my son Connor, 13 years old. We both really like Batman the Animated Series. We have been told I've been told forever that Batman Mask of the Phantasm is brilliant. It's an amazing film. It's the best Batman movie, or it's up there. I watched this shit with my son, and we were both scratching our heads the entire time, going, is this really the movie? Is this the movie they're talking about? There's got to be a different Batman animated movie, right? And then I went on YouTube and I searched Batman Mask of the Phantasm, overrated, sucks. And you can't find anything on YouTube going against the God King Mask of the Phantasm. I have no idea what people watched, but it's not what I was seeing or my son. We both did not like Mask of the Phantasm. And I'm taking a stand right there for the people too quiet to stand up for themselves. How much you miss old Chris Stuckman? Never watched him. Never watched a single one of his videos in its entirety. I'd only seen a couple clips here and there. I found him to be incredibly dull. But he was not my style. And who cares? He has millions of subscribers. He's doing great. People love him, and I'm happy for him. But he wasn't my kind of critic. You have to watch Batman Under the Red Hood. Well, you know what? I was told I had to watch Batman, the Mask of the Phantasm, and it was not good. So I don't know if I need to watch anything else. Mask of the Fan Crap Zone. It's one of the best Batman movies. What is happening? Oh my god. No way. There's no way that exists. But I love that. I did not watch the director's cut. I love the Toy Story trilogy. What about you? Yeah, I like this Toy Story trilogy. I think it's great. I don't even mind the one with Sporky. I'm a very easygoing movie watcher when it comes to animated family shit. I think I'm a lot more lenient than most. Oh shit, we're going on an hour and 30. We can make a goal, I guess, to hang out longer. Let's do a goal. We haven't done any goals today. It's been kind of depressing. I'm gonna make them kind of challenging since it's getting late. Let's do five $10 super chats and higher and we'll put 15 minutes on the clock. When the time runs out, I'm outie 5,000. I will hang out for an extra 20 minutes. Because that's what, 50 bones. And then YouTube takes its share, so it's like $10. Joking. Kind of. Okay. There was another question I missed. What are your favorite actors minus Paul Walker? Really? For why? What has he done outside of Fast and the Furious and Running and Scared? That was an alright Paul Walker movie. I just can't really think of anything he's in outside of the Fast and the Furious films where he really showed like a lot of range. Not knocking your pick. I'm just more confused, I guess, because I haven't seen a lot of his stuff. Are you interested in the new Avatar Way of the Fire? No, not at all. I hated the last one. I'm more interested in if James Cameron is going to leave that shitty thing behind and make some good movies again. Thoughts on Collateral? One of my favorite Cruise performances. Cruise is my fave. I think Collateral's awesome. The Silver Fox, Tom Cruise. My favorite scene is when he's walking through the nightclub and he just like kicks this guy twice in the ribs without missing a beat. That's a fun movie. Is that Mike? That's a Michael Mann movie, isn't it? Who directed Collateral? It's Michael Mann. Yeah. Sometimes I know things. With all this talk about Batman films, have you seen Batman Beyond: Return of the Joker? No, I was never into the Batman Beyond animated anything. And I don't watch a lot of animated superhero movies unless they're like theater releases. I know Batman Mask of the Phantasm was. I missed that one in theaters. It's a rarity, but I did. I know they're paying James Cameron too much money to not make. Yeah, I know he's making a fortune. He has no reason to ever leave that property. Have you seen Starship Troopers? I have. Would you like to know more? That's a very bizarre movie. I don't remember enjoying it very much the first time around because I was pretty young. I was in high school, and I watched it again at home, and I liked it a lot more when I understood the whole propaganda angle to it and the tongue-in-cheekness. At the time, I wasn't familiar that he was the same director that did RoboCop. That's kind of his thing, and then Showgirls, which still never understand why that's a brilliant movie. No one has really been able to explain it. Yes, Michael Mann, the guy that did Heat, did Collateral. I think everyone wants you to go to bed, apparently. Well, Jaeger, or maybe it's the J is silent and it's Jaeger. He says, I got $10 for you, sir. Thank you. I'll get this super chat thing started if you can rank these random Simpsons characters. Lisa, Sideshow Bob, Mo, Flanders, Principal Skinner, Mr. Burns, and Maggie. For $10, I can do that. Okay, so we're going from best to worst. At number one, I'm going to say, oh my God, I love a lot of these characters. I have to go Mr. Burns at number one. I'm going to go Sideshow Bob at two. I like my villains. And Kelsey Grammer's awesome. I'm going to go Maggie at three. I think she's the unsung hero of The Simpsons, and she does a lot of fun little things here and there. One of my favorite episodes when she breaks out of the like baby daycare center. That one's fantastic. Then I'm gonna go Flanders gets kind of used and abused too much over time. He becomes a little too much for me. Principal Skinner's hilarious. Lisa is fantastic too. Lisa doesn't get enough credit on the show. I'm going to put Lisa after Maggie, we're going to have some strong female lead representation. Then I'm going to give Principal Skinner a slot. Then I'm going to go Flanders, and then I'm going to go Mo. And it's not because I don't like Mo. I like Mo a lot. I just he's in here with a star-studded cast of characters. Sideshow Bob is my favorite. Yeah, he's so good. What do you think of Heat? I love Heat. It's an awesome movie. I watch it every few years. I just watched it not too long ago for that 31 on 31 ranking I did. I think I put Heat in my top. I think it's in my top 5 out of all the mob movies that we covered. Even though I don't even consider it a mob movie, it was for some reason in that list. So. Oh, we got a super chat here. Another $10 super chat. This one from Christian Movie Nerd. Thank you. Okay, Paul. I can never say his name. Paul Verhoeven. Overrated or misunderstood genius. We're getting the same treatment that we got with M. Night. I already mentioned he did Battleship. Well, he did Starship Troopers. He did Showgirls, which I think is ass. I did a movie roast on that. It's a very fun one. If you haven't seen my Showgirls movie roast, I'm pretty proud of that one. RoboCop is a classic. I love RoboCop. He did Basic Instinct, which it's been a stupid long time since I've seen it. I remember thinking it was pretty good. And then he's done, I can't recall totally anything else he's done outside of Total Recall, which is awesome. What else has he made? Let me look him up. How do you spell that name? Okay, I did not see Benedetta. I don't even know what the fuck that is. Benedetta. I didn't see Black Book. I did not see. Oh, I saw Hollow Man. I don't think much of Hollow Man. Yeah, I haven't seen a lot of his old stuff. I don't know what any of these Flesh and Blood or Spetters. That's a thing. Yeah, I don't know. He has some great movies. I don't think he's overrated or misunderstood. I think he's just kind of where he belongs, which is making some fascinating films that at least lead to interesting discussion. The goal only counted one $10 super chat. That's because you got to hit the target for the goal to count. You have to hit the target. But I count 2. So there's 2 out of 5. We have 3 more to go. And how much time we have left? 7 minutes. So it's not too bad. That's not too bad. Is Mark Wahlberg's performance in The Happening a cinematic masterpiece? I love how shit it is. That whole crew is just a sorry bunch. Zoe Deschanel or Deschanel, whatever I love her, but my God, the performances in that movie are so bad. Dead or alive, you're coming with me. Showgirls is hard to get through. Emphasis on hard. Tom Pranks, are you going to review The Long Walk movie? Also, did you hear the One Battle After Another movie is a 5 out of 5? Yeah, hearing a lot of early buzz about One Battle After Another. I'm going to see that and review it. And yes, I am going to The Long Walk tomorrow night along with Spinal Tap 2, if I can get around to watching Spinal Tap 1 beforehand. Best anime film you've seen? would be Spirited Away. I'm a basic bitch, and that's what I have to offer. If an A-list director or actor or director got a hold of your script, I don't know what Smiley blanked it so much they paid you off money so they could do it, who would you hope want that to be? Um oh, loved it so much. I'm sorry, I don't know what that emoji is. Loved it so much they paid you off so they could do it. Who do you hope want that to be? Steven Spielberg would definitely be who I'd want to direct the movie. It's a movie that has his style. Christopher Columbus would be pretty good at it as well. As far as actors in it, that one doesn't matter so much. Weapons thoughts. Really enjoyed the movie. I'm referring to Paul Walker Fast and Furious. Got it. Noted. Well, if you like the movies and you like, yeah, I mean, if you like those movies a lot, Paul Walker is obviously a big part of the early ones. I can understand that. The Long Walk at 96%. Last time I checked, I'm set for tomorrow. I'm very excited for that movie. It looks great. Showgirls is the least erotic, sexually charged film I've ever seen. It is. It's so bizarre how untitillating that movie is. Titillating. What are some of your favorite games? Some of mine are Knights of the Old Republic, Dead Space 2, The Last of Us, and BioShock. Really enjoy a lot of Mario games. Mario Odyssey was fantastic. I love the Uncharted trilogy. Big fan of the Uncharted games and the Naughty. I like Naughty Dog as a developer. Um, God of War. Love all the God of War games. I like Fortnite. I play a stupid amount of Fortnite. I enjoy that dumb shit. I mean, I've had a lot of different consoles over the years, so I've pretty much played everything from the Atari all the way up to PS5. I've been around the block. You know, you could list any system off, and I could probably tell you a top five from each one of those systems. But Zelda Wind Waker is one I absolutely adore. Big fan of Mario Kart, mainly Double Dash. I loved Mario Kart Double Dash. That's still my favorite of that entire series. Um, yeah, again, I would have to go through like first party games, third party games. There's just too many. Speaking of games, what are your thoughts on the new patent Nintendo file today? I heard very little about it. I know they did something and it was bullshit, but I don't honestly know what it entails. But Nintendo is probably the worst company of the big three: Microsoft, Sony, Nintendo. They are awful to their fans. They are hardly ever have sales on any of their games. They overprice them to hell and back. They have bad practices about how you can share games, about how you can showcase games on YouTube and other social media. They go after everyone that tries to make any sort of a third party version of a game, a spin-off or what have you, even a fan type thing. They're just a bad company when it comes to that stuff, and it's too bad. Because they have this whole like Disney mystique. They're the Disney of video games, but their corporate stuff is just shit. Twilight Princess is my favorite Zelda game. It's a great game. It's a great game. I remember calling in a sick for work 2 days in a row so that I could play through it and beat it. That was the best 2 days I ever took off. Best Shyamalan for me is Unbreakable. Great movie. I enjoy it. The patent is for having the ability to summon anything that fights for you in games for context. Oh, yeah, that's what it was. Yeah, I did read that exactly, and I didn't really understood what that. I didn't really understand what that meant. Like, what is that? I can summon Jesus Christ to fight Bowser in a video game through some sort of an AI hack or what? or a AI ROM. Stream Uncharted with Tony from Hack the Movies and force him to like it. Does he not like the Uncharted games? You know, he really has interesting taste. That guy really grinds my gears sometimes. Hey, the glasses. Is this the smart Adam? That Adam does not exist. I'm the less dumb Adam. Jack Mackerel for $10. Shot out of a cannon. String theory suggests that the smallest building block of existence are the one-dimensional vibrating strings moving in 4 dimensions. That being said, seeing the new Naughty Dog Intergalactic trailer. I've seen a Naughty Dog Intergalactic trailer. Is there one that's newer than the one from 6 months ago or whenever they showed it? Because that was just a cinematic trailer, I believe, with like one shot of the shaved, strong female lead using her lightsaber sword and fighting a creature on a planet. If that's it, then no, I have. Or if that's the only trailer, then yes, I've seen it. Gave you seen Caught Stealing? Watched it today. Have you seen Caught Stealing? I have, and I reviewed it on the channel. I thought it was pretty good. I have not watched the new Knives Out trailer. I'm going to go in fresh. I like mystery, murder, whodunits. I don't want to know anything about it going in. What are your thoughts on the Planet of the Apes trilogy? I love those. Well, I love the original Planet of the Apes from way back 1,000 years ago, and I really enjoy Planet of the Apes, The Rise of the Planet of the Apes. Not so much War for the Planet of the Apes. I don't think it's bad, but it really kind of was a downer after 2 stellar films. I thought it missed the mark with the final chapter. Not bad. It's still great, but that trilogy could have been just like A+ across the board. Instead, it ended in kind of a less than satisfying way. Stranger Things 5 thoughts. I don't have many. I watched 4. I wasn't really that into it. I think the episodes are far too long. Kids have gotten way too old. The story probably should have wrapped up around season 3, but it's a huge cash cow, so they keep milking it. I'm not like on the bandwagon. I'm just a passive watcher. What do we have for time? Did we finish it? We ended with 3 of the 5 super chats, I think. Maybe 4 of the 5, but the goal is ended, and therefore so has this stream. Okay, guys, this was a lot of fun. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now Jager tried to do it. He was trying to carry it on his own, but we just couldn't make it happen. So I'm gonna wrap this up in like 1 minute. Are you looking forward to the Godzilla -1 sequel? Yes, I'm joking. The first one had a lot of. Again, I don't hate the first one. It was just it didn't do it for me. But I'm happy people loved it, and I think that the director is incredibly talented. So I'm not going to knock it. Okay, I got Godzilla -2. All right, that's all I have for you guys. Thank you so much for joining me for the live stream. Hope you had a good night. Hopefully, took your mind off of a lot of the like just bummer things in the world in general so far. It's just it can be hard for people. So hopefully, my channel brings a little bit of light, a little bit of laughter, and a lot of movie knowledge. Maybe not so much on certain things, but I try my best. That's all I got for you. Have a great night, and I'll see you real soon. Take care.